And so it begins. EA have launched their assault on the live service yet again. Origin Access Premiere goes live next week. For those of you who don't know, this was announced at E3 by EA in their conference, and it's basically in Origin you have a subscription service already, but they're bumping up so you can have like a premium, platinum. You know they like to tier these things. Give me more money is essentially what they're saying. EA's updated subscription service will offer unlimited access to its frontline games, including FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and Anthem, which is probably going to be the biggest one that is going to draw people in. Just to let you know, I found this article on PC Gamer by Andy Chalk if you want to go check it out. Link will be in the I can't speak properly today. Link will be in the description below as usual. So yeah, like I said, it's been announced in E3 and will give early access. So this early access is actually 5 days. We will have a little look at the proper EA website so it tells you it. So I've actually noticed something which could be a big problem because the wording of it is very, very vague. But basically you get 5 days early access to all EA games, which in itself can cause problems. I'll go over that in a sec. Anyone who's on Origin Access at the moment will just be basic, and when you'll have to upgrade, you have to choose to upgrade to the new Premiere one. Who was it who said this? Oh, Jorgensen, that dickhead. We do know from our EA Access experience and our Origin Access experience for non-frontline titles that we find people play twice as many games for twice as long and spend twice as much money, notice that word, as they did outside or before they joined the subscription. Well, are the only people going to the only people who are going to subscribe to you are people who are going to be really into your games anyway. I don't know if that's... Maybe it does make them spend more. It just seems odd. The only people who are going to pay for a subscription are those who already play your games a lot, because otherwise it's not worth it. That's what led us to believe that frontline titles would be also... Andy, is this you or is this actually how he spoke? That does not make any sense. I can't get my own words out today, so I can't really be critical of it. Titles would also be, I assume is what you meant to say, very advantageous to the subscription, as well as help drive new users into the system. Well, yes, and I will explain that as well. Jorgensen cited Madden, NFL, FIFA 19 in September, Battlefield 5 in October, and Anthem in February as 4 PC-based frontline games that will headline Origin Access Premiere when it goes live. So the price, by the way, the soon-to-be basic Origin Access goes for $5 a month or $30 a year, while the Premiere tier costs 15, 3 times the amount, $15 per month, or wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. $15 a month or for $100 per year. So it's 3 times the monthly cost, but more than 3 times the yearly cost. Something doesn't seem right there. Anyway, if we go over to EA's actual website, there is this sort of like FAQE kind thing. Basically introducing Premiere with Origin Access. Welcome to Premiere. Give us your money. I mean, the newest tier of Origin Access subscriptions coming soon. Learn the differences between Basic and Premiere and why you definitely should upgrade. What's Premiere? So Premiere is a new membership tier that gives you access to the latest and greatest EA games before anyone else. If you want the same game rehashed the millionth time, subscribe to us. You get access to the full game, yours to play whenever you want for as long as you're a Premiere member. So this rang alarm bells immediately. So you get access to the full game, yours to play whenever you want, for as long as you're a Premiere member. So the thing that screams out to me is, you're paying $15 a month, you've been paying it for 4 months, you've been playing several games, you really like it, but suddenly you've got a bit of a cash flow problem, so you're like, oh, okay, I'll have to cancel the subscription. If you cancel the subscription, but you still want to keep one of the games, I think they're going to make you pay for the game when you come out of the subscription, because what it's basically saying to me is you're only going to have access to these games while you're paying us. So you haven't actually bought the product. You haven't given them 60 quid for, say, Anthem. You've just been paying a subscription service which allows you access to that game, and when you don't pay anymore, you're not going to be getting it. So you're paying a monthly subscription for games that aren't run as services like an MMO, which has lots of maintenance, lots of updates, etc. Which I don't think it's worth it, and I hope it fails. There's those who may like it and like what it offers, but it looks a bit pants and money grubbing to me. Anyway, yeah, like I said, the current tier of Origin Access is now a basic membership. Nobody wants to be basic. Give us more money. If you already have Origin Access, your membership won't change unless you upgrade. Good to know you won't steal people's money. That's nice of you, EA. You'll still get your current benefits for the same price. So what's the difference between Premier and Basic? So Premier, which is what they want you to get, full unlimited access to our games starting 5 days before they launch. That's right. No more limited time trials. Play the full game starting 5 days before launch without purchasing it separately, until you cancel your Premier membership, and then you will have to purchase it separately. But this is also a massive problem, because this is they're milking release dates for more money. Because if they're giving you full access 5 days before launch, then all they're doing is pushing the launch back 5 days, because if it's in a state where they can let people play, then it can be launched. So it really sucks, but people who want to play Anthem, if you don't subscribe to Premier, you're going to be 5 days behind everyone who has subscribed to Premier. So you're going to they're going to have 5 days on you in basically an MMO. That's ridiculous. And there's hardcore MMO players, if they want to play, well, I say MMO, it's more Destiny-ish. But, you know, any of those ones where you're trying to grind for gear, weapons, and trying to get the best out of the other players that you're competing against, and trying to look good as well, a lot of the armour comes into play there, you're going to be 5 days behind. And people who are hardcore on that are not going to want to be 5 days behind. And I really think it's a bit of a kick in the teeth to those people who want to buy your game, but don't want to pay $15 a month to you, EA. But then again, you have been known for shady business practices. You do get 10% discount in the Origin store on full games, pre-order expansions, FIFA points and more. So this I don't understand. If you get access to all their games, why would you need 10% discount to buy their full games? That's again what I'm saying. You don't actually own that game. You're just paying to get access to it. Access to the Vault, a library of games that keeps growing, and they're all EA games, so yeah, it's a bit basic. Like this one. Basically the same thing, but you only get a trial of 10 hours on the games 5 days before they launch, not unlimited access for it. So you're paying 3 times the amount to play it unlimited. That's all people are going to be. The only thing people are going to be paying a subscription for is the 5-day early access. And the fact that you don't have to pay for the games, but if you cancel it, you then do have to. When can I get Premier? Whether you already have Origin Access and want to upgrade, or you're ready to join for the first time, you can get Premier when it launches. Stay tuned for more details, coming soon. Yeah, well, like I said, it does seem like a massive money grub, and when it was announced at E3, I'd already kind of made up my mind. When EA says they're doing a live service, I just internally facepalmed and sighed, but I've already given up on EA, as have many others before me. And it's going live next week. I don't know the exact date though, it doesn't seem to be on here. Oh well, not at the time particularly bothered. If you want to find it, Google it, but I'm not going to be giving my money to EA. You ruined Star Wars Battlefront, and that was a very dearly held childhood game, and was actually fun back then. You drained the fun out of EA. How could you do that? You made Star Wars not fun. Like The Last Jedi. Oh god. The days we live in now. Anyway, on that sad, sad note, I bid you viewers goodbye. Until next time.